Imagine for a second that your body isn't just matter, but a field of frequency, constantly broadcasting your inner state into the world. Every thought you have, every word you speak, subtly alters that frequency. Now ask yourself, what happens when that frequency is drenched in complaint? We're not just venting when we complain, we're recalibrating our entire energy field. Complaining is a vibrational act. It teaches your aura to resonate with resistance, scarcity, and friction. And over time, that's exactly what you begin to attract. It starts early. We're conditioned to point out what's wrong before we see what's right. But this habit carries weight. It anchors us to dysfunction. It drains vitality. It skews our focus toward the broken, not the whole. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain. You'll see how complaint scrambles your field, creates energetic dissonance, and lowers your vibration. But more importantly, you'll learn how to shift it, fast. Every time you slip into complaining, you're not just speaking, you're shifting your frequency. Each complaint is a micro crack in your energy field. Over time, they build up, letting in heavy, chaotic frequencies. You feel it as fatigue, anxiety, even pain. The mind says you're just venting, but energetically, you're programming more resistance. Neuroscience backs it. Repetitive negative thoughts strengthen neural pathways. The more you complain, the easier it is to stay negative. You tune into a frequency of problems, and your life plays it back non-stop. Spiritually, it goes deeper. Thoughts and words ripple through the collective field. Complaints sink. They drag energy down. Your aura dims. Your spaces feel heavier. That's real. You're not just absorbing resistance, you're broadcasting it. And it spreads. Negativity's contagious. One person's energy can weigh down a whole room. You don't just speak your pain, you hand it to others, whether they want it or not. Complaining trains your brain to look for what's wrong, constantly. It primes your awareness to filter the world through what's lacking, not what's working. This isn't harmless. Over time, your identity starts fusing with the habit. You're no longer someone who complains, you're a complainer. And that shift shapes your energy field into a magnet for dissonance. Energetically, your vibration adapts to your focus. When your thoughts circle around what's broken, unfair, or annoying, you emit frequencies of frustration and resistance. These frequencies create friction. And that friction doesn't just stay inside, it interferes with the flow of opportunities, connection, even intuition. The more you fixate on what's wrong, the more blind you become to what's available. But here's the deeper cost. Complaining fractures your sovereignty. Every time you speak from powerlessness, you leak your energy. You give it away to the problem. You surrender your creative force to circumstances. And in doing so, you tell the field around you, this is bigger than me. That message becomes a pattern. The pattern becomes your frequency, and the frequency becomes your life. So the question is, what are you rehearsing every time you speak? Before we go deeper, make sure you're subscribed, so your energy field keeps syncing with the kind of content that actually nourishes it. The habit of complaining is deceptively subtle. It disguises itself as honesty, as self-expression, even as humor. But beneath the surface, it programs your vibration to expect disappointment. You begin to anticipate difficulty before it even arrives. This shapes your frequency into a kind of emotional armor, always bracing for impact. And that armor, though protective in appearance, blocks flow. It restricts your capacity to feel joy, to trust ease, to allow synchronicity. Complaining convinces your system that struggle is the baseline of existence, and so your reality bends to reflect it. What starts as casual venting hardens into worldview. This isn't just about mindset, it's about magnetic alignment. What you frequently express becomes your dominant signal. Your words carry voltage, your tone encodes intention, and that signal imprints on the quantum field. You are, at every moment, in dialogue with life. So when your default expression is complaint, you unconsciously instruct the universe to echo it back. This is why spiritual teachings place so much weight on language. Words aren't decorations, they're blueprints. Every sentence you speak shapes the architecture of your energetic house. And here's what most people never realize. Complaining isn't just about your mood, it programs your nervous system. Every time you indulge in a complaint, you're repeating a signal to your brain. Focus on lack, focus on chaos, focus on what's wrong. This becomes your default operating system. You start interpreting neutral moments through a negative lens, and then you wonder why everything feels heavy. It's not life, it's your filter. But this doesn't just stay in your head. It leaks into your energy centers. Your solar plexus, the seat of personal power, dims. Your throat chakra, your voice and expression, gets blocked. You feel powerless to speak truth or set boundaries. The complaint becomes your identity. And the more you identify with lack, the more you repel flow. It's a closed circuit, repeating the same low-vibe pattern that keeps you stuck, disconnected, and depleted. Now here's the energetic trap. Every complaint adds density to your field. You're not just speaking frustration, you're layering your aura with static, heaviness, and dissonance. It starts subtly, but the buildup is real. This dense field becomes a magnet for low-frequency situations, people, and experiences. You start attracting what matches your state. Resistance, arguments, breakdowns. It's not a curse. It's alignment with what you're unconsciously broadcasting. And the more you swim in this energy, the more normal it feels. Complaining becomes your baseline. You forget what it feels like to feel clear, grounded, light. And here's the dangerous part. You stop noticing. The weight becomes invisible. It blends into your thoughts, your speech, your identity. Until one day, your reality reflects that heaviness. Relationships become strained. Peace feels out of reach. The world mirrors back the chaos you've been radiating. But here's what most people never realize. Your complaints don't stay contained. They ripple outward, energetically infecting the spaces you live in. Your home, your work environment, your relationships, they all absorb that static. Ever walked into a room and felt heavy tension, even before anyone spoke? That's energetic residue. Complaints imprint the space around you. They stick, they linger, and eventually, they become the atmosphere you breathe. Now imagine doing this every day. Morning rants about traffic, lunchtime complaints about coworkers, evening grumbles about your partner. Layer by layer, you're constructing an energetic field dense with dissatisfaction. And over time, this field becomes a filter. You stop perceiving life directly. You only see it through what you've projected. Your energy isn't flowing anymore. It's looping, recycling complaint, stress, and scarcity. This is why awareness matters. When you become conscious of your energetic hygiene, everything shifts. You start noticing what you're sending out, and more importantly, you gain the power to shift it. The good news? This pattern can be reversed. Complaint may be habitual, but so is gratitude. And where complaint contracts your energy, gratitude expands it. One honest moment of appreciation can recalibrate your whole field. It breaks the loop. When you choose to focus on what's working, even in chaos, you're sending out a signal of alignment. And alignment pulls you into flow. Gratitude isn't just a mood, it's a practice, a vibration, a rewiring of how you meet reality. And like any practice, it starts with repetition. 3 breaths before you speak, a pause before you react, a journal entry before bed. These aren't fluff, they're recalibration rituals. Each time you choose gratitude over complaint, you're rewiring your nervous system and cleansing your energetic field. The energy you carry is never neutral. You're either contributing to harmony or dissonance, so choose deliberately. Speak like your words build atmospheres, because they do, and live like your energy is medicine, because it is. This is how you shift from static to signal, from complaint to clarity, from drain to power, and it starts right now. What's one thing you complain about often, without realizing how much it drains your energy?